So if you notice it, so the two factors for a character present in a diploid cells behaves at the time of gamete formation. How they will behave. So now if you'll see here, this is what we are doing. So if you know, if you'll choose the tall plant, capital T, if you'll choose a small plant, so a dwarf plant, it is a small t. So now this is what we used to call as gametes. So now gametes, it is forming individually. So this is only what we used to call, guys, law of, anybody? Law of what we used to call? This is individual character, only single, one gene is sharing by every gamete. Then what we used to call? If you notice, then we used to get capital T, small t, next capital T, small t, next capital T and small t, and last one also capital T and small t. So now if you see, this is what F1 generation we are sharing. So let it be whatever it is. Now you tell me, in this everyone, so this is what one pair of character. One pair of character. Now you tell me, in one pair of character, capital T and small t, so now only one factor is coming from one parent and another factor is coming from another parent. So that is what we have to say here. So what is this law? Individual gametes formation, we can say this is only called as law of segregation. So according to the principle of segregation, two factors of a characters are separated at the time of gamete formation. Have you noticed it? So tallness, two factors is separating into individually. Dwarfness, small t, two factors separating into individually. And you will see, and each gamete gets only one factor for that character. So that is what it is sharing. So each character, they are donating only one factor. Tall plant is donating capital T, dwarf plant is donating small t. So that is what, according to the principle of law of segregation, we can say the two factors of a, if you take the two factors of a character, they are separated in the time of gamete formation. Individually, they will say. So that is what diploid cell. Diploid cells means who is having a pair of gene. That is what, a single character we can say. Okay. So that is the answer. You have to write it. Law of segregation. These three laws you have to remember. Law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. That is what everybody should learn, these three laws. Okay. That is. So next, coming to the physics, recently only we studied. So identify and define a device given below. What is this device, guys? Anybody? What is this device? What is this device, Ra? Electric motor. Okay. So that is what it is. So electric motor it is. So now identify and define the device given below. So electric motor. What is electric motor? Anyone? So which will convert? Which will convert what? Electric
energy into mechanical energy.
Electrical energy to mechanical energy.
What it is. So they are asking identify and also define. So half mark plus half mark you will get for this half mark and for this half mark. So identify electric motor and define electrical energy into mechanical energy, half mark. You will get 1 mark. That is. So that is what you have to remember. Next. What could happen to the direction of rotation of a coil in a motor if both current and magnetic field were reversed simultaneously? What could happen, guys? What would happen? Both reversed at a time. What would happen to the direction of rotation of coil in a motor if both current and magnetic field were reversed simultaneously? Check it very carefully. So one will change, direction will change. For example, magnetic field is fixed here. Magnetic field is fixed here. Question, how many understand question? This is the most important question if you notice it. So magnetic field is acting like this direction. Now current is passing from positive to negative, means this side it is going, so that we know that force is, this is the direction of current. So it will be acting like this, downwards, force is downwards. So here current is like this and magnetic field is still like this. Now force is upwards. So that we can say it is the anti-clockwise rotation. Is it yes or no, Arvind? Anti-clockwise rotation, basically. Yes, guys? Now they are asking. Now you can see magnetic field is fixed. Magnetic field is fixed. If you reverse the current, then it will be rotating clockwise. Are you understand? Or else current is fixed, then magnetic field is reversed, then also it will be turns into clockwise rotation. But they are asking what? At a time, both current and the magnetic field were reversed simultaneously. Then what will happen? Both you can see, means here it will become north pole and here it will become positive. Then what will happen? Observe very carefully. But still it is acting what? Still it is acting the same anti-clockwise direction. Remember here, those who don't know also, if any one thing will change, either magnetic field B or direction of current, then the rotation will changes either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So as we know, if you do like this electric motor basically anti-clockwise direction. Either if you change direction of current or direction of magnetic field alone, then it will turns into clockwise. But if you change both at a time, if you reverse both magnetic field and motor, then no change in rotation. Understanding? So it will still will rotate anti-clockwise only. That is what you have to remember. So remains unchanged. Understand everyone? Is it clear? Both will change, no change in the rotation. Only when it is one is reversed, anyone, either magnetic field is reversed or current is reversed, then only the direction will be reversed. The direction of motor will be reversed. If both will change simultaneously, then nothing is going to be changed in the direction of motor. Direction of motor still will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction only. Clear everyone? Bhumika? Sanjay, have you understand Sanjay? Karthikeyan, Arun Karthikeyan, that is what. Now state the principle behind working of this device. So anybody wants this question, again I will say, remember, if any one will change, if either magnetic field or direction of current will change, then change in rotation will take place. If both will change simultaneously, then no change in rotation. That is what you have to remember it. Okay. Next, state the principle behind the working of this device. What is the principle behind, guys? Principle behind, as I already told you, a rectangular coil is placed between the poles of a horseshoe magnet. So because of a force acting on the coil, which rotates continuously. So that is what is the principle of electric motor. So a motor works on the principle of magnetic effect of current. When a rectangular coil is placed in a magnetic field and current is passed through it, then the force exerting on in the coil, which will rotates continuously. So that is the principle of working of this device called as electric motor. So a rectangular coil is placed between the magnetic field of a horseshoe magnet. Then if the current is passing through that, then because of the force exerting on this coil, so it will start rotating or spinning. So that is only we used to call it as principle of electric motor. That is what you have to remember it. Okay, guys. So now this is all about this question. Now our question, this experiment, as I already told you, very, very important. Observe the figure carefully and answer the following questions. Name and state the rule used to find the direction of displacement of the rod when the current is passed through it. Anybody? I won't say, you have to say. Name the rule, name and state the rule they are asking. Name, you have to half mark, state the rule, another half mark. So let me see who will say. Name the rule which you are using in this experiment. Anybody? Nobody knows? Name the rule which you are using. A current carrying conductor is kept in a force exerting magnet. The force is exerting on current carrying conductor where it is placed in a magnetic field. This is what the activity also we have been. Yes, with the help of Pranav, I have been taught you in offline class. So there, what is the rule we are using, guys, in this activity? To identifying the displacement. Very, very worst this is. I am not at all expecting.
Left hand rule.
Yes, left hand rule not. You should not say left hand rule. What is that rule, guys? Fleming's left hand left hand rule. So Fleming's left hand rule is the one which we'll use to find the displacement of the rod. So now state the rule also. So state the rule means if we'll stretch the left hand, so we'll be having 3 fingers. So this finger is one finger, the index finger is magnetic field. Next one, if you'll notice it, the thumb is indicating the displacement or force. And if you'll notice is this is the thumb. And the next one is what, guys? Next one is what? Please respond. So that is only the direction of current. It is. So that is what we used to call as middle finger. Middle finger, and it is index finger. So that is what you have to write it. So if you stretch the thumb, understanding forefinger and middle finger with a perpendicular each other, then there you can see the forefinger points the direction of magnetic field and middle finger points the direction of current, and the thumb will pointing direction of motion or force acting on the conductor. That is what they are saying. Name and state. State means you have to write it. Left hand thumb rule, 3 fingers, middle finger or forefinger is magnetic field, and middle finger is indicating direction of current, and thumb is indicating displacement or force exerting on the conductor. Then you will get half mark plus half mark, 1 mark you will get it. Okay. Next, identify the direction of displacement of the rod PQ when the key is switched on. So observe carefully and tell me. Now current is passing from P to Q. Textbook diagram they have given A and B. Yes or no, Padmavarshini? Textbook diagram they have given here B and here A. Yes or no, guys? Now in place of A and B they have given P and Q. So observe very carefully. Nothing is changed, and the same diagram from the textbook. Now the direction of current is from B to A or from Q to P. Now this is the direction of magnetic field and this is the direction of current. Apply the rule and tell me either it is left side or right side. It is already given the picture, arrow also given. What is this side? It is left side. Understand? So check your textbook. I don't know how many of you remember. So it is the left side only, because the direction of current is like this and the direction of magnetic field is upwards. Then you can notice it. Then the displacement is towards to the left side. Yes or no, guys? Please check it. Yes, Arvind? If you apply the Fleming's left hand rule, you will get it. All of you apply it. Textbook, I already taught you correct experiment also. Either it is left or right, check it. So the PQ displaces towards to the left side. If you write this, you will get 1 mark. That is what you have to remember. So that is what very neatly you have to write it. Clear, everyone? Any doubt you can ask. So PQ, it will, when it is switched on, it will be displacing towards to the left side. Clear? Aishwarya, Bhumika, Varshini, no response at all. I don't know what you're doing. That's fine. Next, this is the biology. I already told you. So study the given diagram carefully and answer the following questions. So as we know, sun this is. So sun to plants, how much percentage, guys? Only 1%. Next, plants to caterpillar, 10% of plants. Caterpillars to bird, 10% of birds. Okay. Now bird to eagle, again 10% of bird. Here 10% of caterpillar, 10% of plant. Like that you can remember. So now you can see. So now sun, if A is 5,000 kilojoules amount of energy which is entering into the first tropic level, then what could be the energy available in secondary consumer, they are asking. So you can see from the sun to the plant, they are the energy in the first tropic level. As we know, this is the first tropic level.
500
Yeah,
joules.
this is the second tropic level and this is the third tropic level. So if you notice it here, so who is the source of an consumer? You will notice it here. So first one, this is the leaf is the called as producers. Caterpillars is called as primary consumers. Yes or no? So primary consumers, birds are called as secondary consumers, and eagles are called as what, guys? Tertiary consumers. Yes or no? So that is what it is happening. So now if you notice it, so now here caterpillars, plants will observe how much energy. Sun is giving 5,000 kilojoules. So now 1% of 5,000 means how much it will come, guys? 1% of 5,000 means what will come? So 5,000 into 1 by 100. So it will get cancelled. So plant will get only 50 kilojoule. So now 50 kilojoule, 10% only will absorb by the caterpillar. So that we can say 50 into 10 divided by 100, which is equals to 500 divided by 100, which is equals to 5 kilojoule. So caterpillar will get 5 kilojoule. Now from that only 10% bird. So bird 10% means 5 into 10 by 100, which is equals to 50 by 100, which is equals to how much, guys? 0.5. So 0.5 kilojoules. So that is what bird will come. So they are asking secondary consumer only. So secondary consumer, how much energy? 0.5 kilojoules will come. So if it is, they'll ask you tertiary consumers, then 0.5 into 10% of it. So that it will come how much? 5 by 100, which is equals to how much, guys? 0.05 kilojoules. That is what you have to find it. So secondary consumer is 0.5 kilojoules. That's all is the answer. They are asking secondary, you have to write it. State the law associated with the above concept and justify your answer. What is the law? This one called as, anybody? What is this law called as? 10% law. Yes or no? So that is what you have to remember. So it is 10% law. According to this law, only 10% of energy is entering a particular trophic level of organisms is available for transfer to the next higher trophic level. So I already given the definition of 10% law. You will write the definition, you will get the mark. So they are saying only the energy available for the next trophic level to one trophic level to next trophic level is only 10% of his total energy. So that is what we used to call it as 10% law. Okay. So now this is all, or else this question if you'll see. So this is all food chain. So this diagram I already taught you, like heat lossing. You can see sun and the plants, here primary consumers, secondary consumer, tertiary consumers, everywhere heat loss. Have you noticed it? And all will go into down. Somebody will eaten by them. Everybody will be die after death. Somebody will be eaten by them, and after from here also some loss of energy will be there. That is what we can say heat, community heat we can say. So now this diagram similar you can see. So if you notice it, energy from the sun. So D, energy from the sun, who will get, guys? Anybody? Energy from the sun, who will get? Anybody? Energy from the sun, who will get? Only plants or producers will get. So here who is the producer? D is the producer. So they are asking, we know that food chain contains different organisms at different trophic levels in a typical ecosystem. In the diagram of energy flow in an ecosystem given below, identify and the secondary consumers and explain why did you choose it. What is A? Give reasons for your answer, they are saying. So now we have to identify secondary consumers here. So now if you'll see, D is getting energy directly from the sun, we can say producers. Next, D only eaten by C, so that we can say it is what? Primary consumers. Now C only eaten by B, so that is why B is called as secondary consumers. Now if you notice it, B also eaten by A and C also eaten by A and D also eaten by A. Then everything eaten in the sense of, you might be C, everything will be decomposed. So that is why we can say A is called as what, guys? A is called as what? A is called as, it is the decomposers. Understand? Because it is like a bacteria or fungi which we can eat up all B, C, D, everything. So now if it is a tertiary consumer, then up here it will come. Suppose they have been mentioned here. So some other thing E, then E is called as tertiary consumer. Tertiary consumer is also eaten up by a single common one. That is what decomposers we can say are microorganisms. That is what you have to tell. So what is A? A is the decomposers. Give reasons for your answer, because it is the one who will eat all the plants and primary consumers, secondary consumers, everybody after that dearth of them. So that is what we have to write it. So you can say BCD in food chain, everything will be decomposed or eaten up by after the death by decomposers only. So that is the reason we have to choose that. Okay, decomposers. So this is all about the section A. So section A, if you notice it, mainly biology only. This our environment and biology only. It is easy compared to the physics and chemistry. Even physics is dead easy, but the thing is you have to remember the activities. Even you not even remember directions also. I taught you very clearly directions. Kindly remember once again, and always you have to remember the directions, because from that only questions will come in your board exam also. I'm saying you. And chemistry, once again I'm saying you, unless they will talk about, unless they will mention the names of the elements, you are not supposed to write any compound name. Understand what they are asking? They can choose with the A, B, C, D, or here they mentioned clearly. These letters are not the symbols of the elements. It is just they have been chosen A, B, C, D, E, and F. That is what you have to follow. So what they are given with that symbols only, whatever they are asking, we have to write it. But if you write here, a smart person's first itself, they will write the valency based upon the periodic number, atomic number, so that easily we can answer all the three questions. So you will get full mark without any mistake. That is what you have to remember. So this is all about the section A. So that is what, if you are very clear in this, any difficult question, first question alone, the way of answering is very important. Why carbon always forms covalent bond? Because carbon is a tetravalency. So it can either donate or 4 electrons, or neither, either gain or not, understanding, not donate the 4 electrons, because of law, nobody will ready to donate the 4 electrons. No element is existed which will donate 4 electrons, or else it is not possible to remove the 4 electrons from the carbon, because 6 protons is strongly bonded. They are strong with the strong forces of attraction. It has been holded by the nucleus. So that is why it is always will share the electrons, so that it will never form any ionic compounds. Always it will form covalent compounds. So like that you have to write it. So either it's gain or loss. It cannot gain, it cannot loss. That is what you have to remember. Suppose if it will gains, what will happen? Only protons are having 6. Proton number will never change. If it gains 4 electrons, number of electrons will become 10. So that what is happening? So the 6 protons to hold 10 electrons is very difficult. It cannot hold 6 protons cannot hold the 10 electrons. Same way, if it is lost 4 electrons, then what is happening? Then 6 protons in its nucleus holding just 2 electrons. It is also leaving behind. It is, we can say that it is not possible. It is required large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons, leaving behind a carbon with the 6 protons and 2 electrons. So that is the reason we are, it is neither donated nor received, only sharing of electrons, so that it will form covalent bond. So like that you have to write it. So nothing is a difficulty here. Even this, before releasing of fertilized egg, no, if no fertilization occurs, 2 diagrams I have taught you. You might be notice it, fallopian tubes. Yes, Arvind, you might be checking it. So implantation, that how the thickness of the walls will happen, and same way if it is no fertilization occurs, how the egg will die, and along with the bleeding, you can see how it will comes through the vagina. The 2 pictures breaking and all, as I have shown, I have taught you. Have you remembered? Now exam, don't waste time with the diagram, because exam it is only 2 mark question. If you write, even it is single point, if you write, you will get the full mark. These 2 diagrams I have explained you while I am teaching. So the diagrams once again see and remember the concept well. Definitely will do it. So this is all about the section A. So now this is what already you people know the paper, but different papers are there. I will show you the different questions, then how it will be happening. Sir, I had a doubt in 7B, sir. 1 minute, I will discuss. 7B. 7B. State the principle. This is what could happen to the direction of rotation of the coil.
Question.
This is only correct.
No, sir.
7th B.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there is 6. Oh, 7th B. Identify the direction of displacement of the rod PQ when the key is switched on. This is it? Aishwarya?
No, sir. No, sir.
Which one?
Sir, down.
Doubt which one? This one?
Sir, down.
Oh, no doubt.
No, sir. Down, sir. Scroll down.
Scroll down. This is
Yes, sir. The last question.
what?
Sir, the A is omnivorous, sir, or decomposition.
What? I'm not getting what?
Sir,
A will be carnivorous.
sir, which
Carnivorous
means
means
A
what?
is
Remember, carnivorous means only eating the primary consumers. Yes or no? That is only carnivorous. We used to call it as second level consumers. We can say primary consumers, secondary consumers only. We used to say carnivorous. Now carnivorous also will eaten by next one. For example, in the given chain, you can see. If you notice it, here eagle is called as a high level carnivorous organism which is called as tertiary consumer. So if you notice it, bird is called as secondary consumer. Bird also will eaten by some other organism that is called as top level carnivorous animals, or else we used to say tertiary consumers. But everything after death, you can see everything, leaf and caterpillar and bird, everything will be eaten by, will be decomposed by somebody, single one who can eat all the things. See, everything. For example, you can take this caterpillar. Humans, if you take, humans cannot eat caterpillar, but they can eat bird and eagle. So that we people also will come high level consumers. But we can eat leaf also, but we cannot eat caterpillar. But that is why we cannot say it is the tertiary consumer. So all can be decomposed by one only. That is what microorganisms. So that is why we can say A is the decomposers. Understand, Aishwarya?
yes, sir. Sir, but they have not given arrow for B, option B. So
Option
we can
B.
choose as
Yeah.
omnivorous.
It is the option B. It is arrow should be reversed like this, because it is showing that A is eaten by B. Yes or no? But A nobody can eat. So that is what A is eaten by B. It is not. It is. So of course here arrow we can say. So B is also eaten by A. C is also eaten by A. D is also eaten by A. So then this is a decomposer. Okay, Aishwarya.
Yes. Now it is clear.
Okay. Now, sorry, here arrow you can change because they are giving reverse arrow. So it is indicating A is eaten by B. But sorry, it is B is eaten by A. Everybody commonly delete so that it is only decomposers you can see. Okay. Now, one more thing, motor question, be careful. Both at a time, magnetic field and direction of current will change. Then no change in rotation. Understand? Only any one thing will change, then only rotation will take place. That is the most important thing. So kindly remember that, everybody. So only both will change, no change in rotation. You want, you can apply the Fleming's left hand thumb rule. If it is any one thing will change, definitely the change in direction of motor will change. Means that the rotation of motor will change. That is what you have to remember. That point is very, very important. So this is like smart question they asked you. So be careful with that and you have to answer it very carefully. It's not a new concept. If you apply the Fleming's right hand thumb rule, left hand thumb rule, you can understand that. So this is all about it. So of course section A is completed. So only we have been done for less marks only, but it's okay, clear. How to write, you have to remember half mark, it is used to going to come. So now tomorrow we'll study. This is Doberness trains and all. So easily we can do it. Nothing will be difficulty. We did everything well. So only thing is we have to analyze the question correctly, we have to answer it. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. Thank you everybody. Bye. You can get relaxed and you can come. Thank you all.